If you haven't started enrolling people yet, you will sooner or later. So you have to know what to do with people when you get them enrolled. Here's the quick, easy answer. You connect them to the tools and resources that they will need as it's relevant to what their goals are. So you do not have to worry at all about being the trainer, about being the expert, about being the person who does all these things that you don't know how to do yet. In the beginning, this is one of the forms of awesome leverage in what we're doing. You connect them to me. You connect them to my trainings. You connect them to other leaders in this wonderful, wonderful profession and their trainings. There are so many trainings by so many leaders. And there's always going to be a box of resources or tools or whatever that's going to be appropriate for the individual. So your job, I use that word very loosely because I'm not a fan of jobs personally, but your job is to know about the tools and the resources as a point of leverage for you. That leverage frees up your time so that, especially in the beginning, the only thing that you have to do is profit producing activity. The profit producing activity is going to be things I've been teaching you in this course. Attractive content and all the various forms of it that pertains to creating attractive content and inviting people. Basically, lead generation. So between attractive content and inviting people and your follow-ups and so forth, that's the profit producing activity. That's all you need to know how to do. And as people get enrolled, you connect them to the experts. It would do them a disservice if you try to train them up in something that you are not really good at yet, right? But you can certainly get good pretty quickly at just inviting people the way that we do it, the way that we teach you to do it, and attractive content. You can get good at that pretty quickly. And that can be profit producing. Some people that have never done anything like this before in their lives have started to earn their first paycheck in the first week. I've had one or two people do it the first day. So, I mean, you can get that going, at least in the beginning, pretty quickly. Now, as you mature yourself as an entrepreneur, you get some incredible skills, like maybe a year down the road, 2 years down the road, you can decide when it's time. You can start putting together your own trainings. You can start putting together your own resources for your team to plug their people into so that as you enroll people, they don't have to be the experts either, and it just sort of duplicates that way. Does that make sense? Of course it does. It's pretty simple. And you know what? When you're talking to somebody and somebody that's interested in this, and you show them firsthand that you're not an expert, you're not a guru, you're just connecting people to the same tools and resources that you're using, and that's how you're getting a result. That's how they can get a result. Now you're showing them that they don't have to be an expert because you're not being an expert. As a lay person, you are so relatable to just about everybody. Much more relatable than you would be if you're talking to somebody who's interested in this and you sound like you really know your facts and figures and lots of complicated statistics and lots of science and this and that. Then they're going to be looking at you going, whoa, I can't do that. No, thank you. And they won't tell you why. They'll say, I got to think about it. While in their head, they're saying to themselves, I can't do what they're doing. And I'm afraid to say no, so I just say, I'll think about it, and that'll get them off my back. That's usually what will happen, and you won't even know it. So just being a lay person is going to be so relatable. It creates so much free time for you because there's many different reasons why you want to be the person to connect people. As you're doing all these activities and people enroll, you connect them. You get them involved in the team on a Facebook group page where people are at least somewhat active and absolutely supportive, and connect them to the resources they need to get the training they need to get the skills they need to be able to get what they want. And then they'll turn around and as they enroll people, they'll do the same thing, and it duplicates that way. So it can grow away from you in exponential tables that are unlimited. Like as this thing builds, there's most of the people on my team I've never even met. Like in the beginning, I knew everyone because it was small enough, and I was personally sponsoring and they were personally sponsoring, but as it goes so deep and it grows so far away from you, you'll get to a point where you don't even know people that are enrolling into your team, but because it's something you started and growing away from you, doing something that duplicates. I can't say enough about that. That is one reason why most self-employed people never have freedom, but we do. We're in a position where we can get our freedom because of the way that this duplication process of leverage is all set up, okay? If that makes sense. I'm sure it makes sense. So, your homework for today is to understand what I just taught you and go generate some leads through inviting and attractive content. And as you enroll people, get them connected to what's appropriate for them. Okay?